Did you guys feel like there was a lack of support
From?
when you was fighting the Fed case?
We found that out in the middle, almost at the end of the case, that they cooperated against us. Universal. So you thinking you got a partner, they are a partner. We found out 1,000% in the middle of our trial when they made us sign, because they wasn't paying us, and we couldn't understand how come we not getting our money, and we, that shit's expensive. We spent M's on that trial.
Right.
You know, my lawyer was over 3.5. Herb's lawyer was over 3.5. You know, remember the trial started in 2002. They raided our office. It ends in 2005. It's 3 years, but the trial only lasted a short time. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you had to pay all that time
Paying
in
the
between.
lawyer that whole time.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you could see the ploy.
Collectively, how much money you think that you guys
I know
spent?
how much I spent.
How
That's
much?
my job. I'm the money guy. I'm the one that took care of all the bills. Every check was signed by me. Every check, except my checks. I would make Irv sign my check, so he could never say I took something that wasn't mine. But every check was signed by me. So yeah, we spent over $14 million.
$14 million.
Yeah. And we pay for everyone's attorneys. They always talk shit about, with like, let's say Preem. We was paying for Preem's attorney. The lawyer, the judge said we can't pay. They wouldn't let us pay.
Why?
Because they didn't want us helping them. Again, they break all rules when they want to break all rules. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And what are you going to do? I'm in the fight for my life, and what are you going to do? But we started out paying his. Shout out Robert Simmons. That was one of his attorneys. And again, they wouldn't let us keep paying. But we paid for everyone that was involved. Like Dex Diamond, that was with my street team. He got in his office, there was a gun. He got picked up. We paid for his. I got him out on $1 million bail. You know what I'm saying? Our accountant, Ron Robinson, Jive's manager, got in trouble. And our accountant, Cynthia Carr. Shout out Cynthia. And the reason I say shout out Cynthia, she was pregnant. She had a hard time getting pregnant. And she just got pregnant. She's probably about 4 or 5 months. And they putting all this pressure on this lady, white lady. Putting all this pressure. She could have easily went in there and said, look, what do you want to know? I'll give you something. Just leave me the fuck alone. I would put money at most people in her position would have did that, made up all. She said, no, I ain't never see this. I ain't see that. And I'm not going to say anything. And she didn't. But we was paying her lawyer. They made her stop paying her lawyer. We thought she was cooperating. That's a fact.
Wow.
And we thought she was cooperating because we was like, we can't talk to her no more. Our lawyers was like, she's telling.
But she wasn't.
She did not. She ended up being the only person in our trial that got time. She got house arrest for 9 months. She did what they call structuring. You know what structuring is?
No.
If you got money, you go to the bank. If it's over 10,000, you have to report it. Say it's 30,000 in that case, that's what it was, or 29,000, or 27,000. She did 9,000 one day, the next day 9,000, and the next day 9,000. And they charged her with structuring and got her, and she had to do like 5 years on house arrest for structuring. That's crazy, right? That's how far they was going to try and get their case.
That's a little petty.
Super.
That's petty. Super petty.
Super petty. And that's because we gambled. So she helped because we was gambling big. I'm not talking little. Like they had me gambling $1.8 million a week. They had my gambling book. So they had all of it.
Well,
and it wasn't just me. It was me, Irvin, Job. We all betting big. We betting hundreds of thousands on basketball games, football games, everything. Shut down some bookies. You know what I'm saying? So we was really making money. But when we won, we would give it to Cynthia. Or if Jock came off tour, we give her a bag of cash, like duffel bags, literally of money. And she got to go deposit it. But for this one instant, she didn't feel like filling out the paperwork. And they went back and caught it, 999, and charged her with it. And it's crazy. It's like, damn. You know? But shout out Cynthia. She did her thing with us. And because, again, if she says anything, there's no way I'm sitting here.
Right. Right.
You know, if
And
she says anything, it's over.
Yeah, you guys did something that,
You
with
could
the
say
exception
it.
of maybe Young Thug.
Shout out Young Thug.
Shout out Young Thug.
He wasn't feds though. He stayed.
Yeah, you stayed. That's right.
But still, shout out Young Thug. He held his head. He did his thing, man. That was a beautiful thing to watch. And he deserves everything. All the flowers, all the success, everything.
Right. Right. Now I gotta ask, being that you guys went up against the feds and won,
Yeah.
how do you feel about Diddy's chances and what's going on right now?
Diddy, in my opinion,